Now, what we have going out across the network on the phone, we have my message going out, and pretty soon it should pop up, it should alert, and there we go, we see my messages on there. I actually chose my own little avatar of a ninja pulling a sword out. One of the things you'll find in the game industry, and actually in most computing industry, is the ability to customize, to make it yours. This is what Java brings us. So let's take a look at what the message said. They have the jumping little happy logo there. Game at 3 p.m. So are you on for the game? Yeah. All right, let's do the game. So I'll reply to that. And I'll just say, let's say my house. And send that. And again, I mentioned that you can choose the different little action icons. Now, I'm going to choose skull and crossbones because you're going to emphasize you're going to beat me. So I'll just put the skull and crossbones on there. We'll send it off. We'll come back over to the PlayStation. So now what happened was I might have been playing the game. I have Java on the desktop. I could have gone out, done auctions. I could have gone, tried to download some new points. Instead I just challenged somebody to a game. So I'm sitting in the chat room just waiting, and the message came out from Ed. And what I'd like you to notice is you also chose a little avatar. It's a spinning little guy. Let's take a look at the message. And it says my house with the movement skull and crossbones. Now this is a very, very simple application. Again, I figure this is probably the first thing that will happen. Using Java to talk to each other. You can do auctioning. You can raffle off points. I mean, on eBay today, people are raffling off characters on some lines, or some games that are out there. So the power of Java is really what brings it all together. They can now leverage across the millions of people developing Java, and Java on their own back end, and the Java on all their appliances.
Great. And by Christmas, too.
Sure. We've got a phone that has our Java applications loader called AirJava. And to initiate that, I'll just hit, there's a button here called Get It. Just start that process, and what that does is communicates through the network to the server and requests the particular app that was described in that text. What it'll additionally do is, in the initial request, send the descriptor file, start that download. Then following that descriptor file, we'll come back and you can see the request is going through. When that is completed, then over the network, again, over the air live, what it'll do is then go in and request the jar file and start that process, which of course the application, the descriptor is completed. That's one of the setup files. The jar file will start. And if it works completely, I can take my resume off Monster today. So anyway, that'll keep going. And when that's completed, all you have to do is hit a soft key to install it, and then run it or any other application that we've already loaded into the phone. You see the download into the jar. Please note in the upper right-hand corner the padlock in the display. Maybe a little hard to see. That indicates that it's an SSL connection, so the entire download is operating in a secure environment. So that's completed, thankfully. And everything's now, in this particular application, that's the completed app. We also have some instructions from the end user. This happens to be a camera application. You can see it operating in the Motorola booth. But that one has some text applications. You can see it now says we've successfully downloaded this iCam application. If I exit out of there, get out of AirJava, which is our application loader, and then you'll see the iCam loaded in our device. So that was over the air on Nextel's network, and that's on the commercial network available today. I'll show you one of the other things too, is that we have a particular application. We have a particular application that's kind of interesting. It was probably written, in fact, by someone in the audience. It was pulled off the web, and you would probably recognize this particular one, and it's running in MIT. It's called MIT Man. And if I go, I can start, and while these guys go on and finish the thing, I'll just start over here. So thanks. Greg, take it back.
Well, as you have just seen, the user can download an application over the network,